This week's episode of the 10 and 2 podcast is brought to you by eBay. Stay tuned later in the episode as we discuss a special project that we were invited to participate in during eBay's Watch From Home Week called Dialed In. During the video series, eBay partnered with a horologist and watch enthusiast like us as we dove into some of the most popular watch styles on the market, like the chronograph, the dive watch, and the dress watch. All episodes are now available on eBay's YouTube channel. To shop eBay's incredible selection, check out www.ebay.com/luxurywatches. Hey everyone, welcome to the 10 and 2 podcast. I'm Kat.
And I'm Katlen.
And we're here every week talking watches, photography, adventure, and exploring the world of horology.
And
what's
gear,
going on?
Apparently today.
And gear today.
Gear today. All the things.
Yeah, because we've had this request quite a bit over the last, since we started the podcast, actually. And I think it was like maybe around the time we started talking about some of the photography stuff. We've had lots of DMs, lots of questions for us to just go over our gear, our EDC, everyday carry.
Man.
Which it's not something like typically women go over that often, I don't feel like. Probably because no one wants to know what's in our bags.
Also,
they're probably scared.
Disclaimer, guys. Kat and I actually don't use purses. So these are legitimate bags, and I've never seen you with a purse. I have a clutch for if I go out. Other than that,
yeah,
we have
same.
our bags. So we're not like dumping out a purse. So this is not going to be a really girly episode. We promise.
No, it's cool stuff. I think I only wear like a cute, like even when I'm like dressed up, I'll still wear like a cute clutch, but I haven't had a purse in, oh my gosh, it might have been even like high school. I don't know.
Can we talk about the freedom of letting go of a purse for just a second? Like, yeah, man. Oh,
you don't need all that stuff.
You don't need it. It's so amazing. Yeah. Like, I just have my wallet, and like I see now the life that men have of just not having to carry all this stuff all the time.
But I also think they complain because they have like nowhere to put stuff either.
Right. Y'all try using our pockets and then come at us and complain to us.
For real. So. Yeah, like because people make fun of us because of our pocket shots and like we can't fit our hand.
You have the thumb in the corner of the pocket. That's it. This is why when we go out, y'all hold our lip gloss and our ID because we don't have pockets, or we do, but they might as well be sewn in. But,
I always give my husband the dirtiest look when he asks me to carry something for him. I'm like, do you see my pockets? Like I can't put it anywhere.
Oh man! Well, and when you have small kids, your purse is just basically a snack
I can only
bag.
Imagine.
So
yeah, I guess that's good. I don't have any kids, so.
Oh man, awesome. Well, so how are you today, Kat?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
We had an exciting day today.
We did. There was a lot going on today.
It did seem like there was a lot going on.
It did. I guess we could get into what went on today before we get into our wristwatch check. We kind of might as well.
Yeah.
So we have been working on a project with eBay. You'll have heard eBay is the sponsor of this podcast today. But we've been working with eBay on this project for their Watch From Home series in a new video series that they're doing on their YouTube channel called Dialed In. So we were invited to do a voiceover for one of their videos on dive watches, more specifically the Submariner. And we've been working on this for forever, it seems like. And it's been
a couple months.
Yeah. Like from start to finish, a couple of months of course, like with COVID, unfortunately, everything going on, we weren't able to travel and do a lot of this in person. So much of it was just done over the phone and meetings over the phone and things like that. But man, this was like the coolest experience.
It was the coolest experience. I mean, I'm still in kind of disbelief that they even approached us to be part of this.
How did eBay find us?
And
yeah,
I'm
how
just.
How did that happen?
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, we never even asked that question. We didn't want to know. We just we said yes.
Ignorance is bliss. Yeah. Yes. Whatever. Sign us up. We're good.
Because I mean, if you guys listen to the podcast before, we've talked about eBay. We've both bought watches from eBay several times. It's not something that's just kind of out of the blue. The relationship has already been there, but yeah, it was just a blast to do. And shout out to eBay for making it just a smooth and easy experience, which I'm sure wasn't easy on their end. They originally approached us. They were going to send a team and we were going to go to a studio and record, and none of that happened because of COVID-19. So we made it work, and it was awesome. It was an amazing experience, and we got to work with Nicholas Manusos, who and he was great as well to talk to and work with, and yeah, we just had a great time, and we're so thankful that we could be a part of that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's such a cool series. I think a lot of us, I think it's a great play on their watch from home week anyways. I think that if I remember correctly, this isn't the first time they've done the watch from home, but the Dialed In series is new. And of course you can find that on their YouTube channel, which I'll have links and all in our show notes, and then on our Instagram as well. But it's just really neat to just kind of get different perspectives from, especially if you were new to the watch industry, just to kind of find out what you should look for when you're buying certain things, why certain things matter more than others. Yeah, I think it's such a cool concept, and it seems to be implemented very well.
Definitely. And we get the question all the time, hey, what do I need to do when I'm looking to buy something on eBay? And there's some great tips in those videos, so I would definitely recommend watching them. They're done superbly too. They filmed them very well. They're only about 5-6 minutes long, so it's not too long, but yeah, it was a great time.
It was fun. It was definitely fun, for sure.
All right. Well, wristwatch check.
Wristwatch check. I'm excited.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Are you wearing your new one? Are you wearing your new watch?
Yes.
Yay!
Sorry. I apologize.
Our voices just went really high for a second.
I'm so sorry, y'all. So sorry. If I blew out your car speakers, my bad, y'all.
I sometimes forget that how high my voice can go when I get really excited. I'll try to I'll do some editing. I'll try to lower that down a little bit.
Sorry. Dang it. This will definitely be an episode I don't go back and listen to. I'm sorry to you, Kat, actually, because you're going to have to hear that full volume and edit that down. So,
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
In case you guys want to know, I looked just as ridiculous as I sounded because I'm sitting on my closet floor, waving my hands in the air as though anybody could see it. And whatever. But yeah, I am wearing my new watch. So I received the Manta Atlas the other day, and it has not come off my wrist since. It is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. I don't know, I want to say I haven't been this excited about a new watch in a very long time. The other bigger purchase that we've made this year, or that I made this year, was the Oars Aquas, but I feel because I already had it for so long with the review, a really long time, that it almost takes away from the excitement.
Shout out Oars.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for not coming after us with the legal team, because we had those watches for 2 months. What?
Honestly, though, remember, it was quarantine, so it was not our fault.
Blame it on COVID. But I think it almost, not that it ruins the experience of getting a new watch, but
it's not brand new.
It's not there was the stress and the excitement of waiting for the FedEx guy, and then if you follow me on Instagram, stress. I missed him because he came early in the morning for once, and then I desperately wrote a note on my door because their website was down and I couldn't change the delivery, and I basically begged him in the most southern note possible to pretty please deliver my package to my neighbor next door who would sign for it. There was a y'all in there was a have a great day. It was, I think that he read it in the most southern accent possible, and that's why he did it, because I know they're not supposed to. But so I have it. Moral of the story, and I'm in love. It's the blue dial, and it's everything that I wanted.
Yeah.
And more.
Yeah. And you really hadn't, you've spent some time with some Mantas, especially like my Ocean King as you've been over, but you've not really spent a lot of time with the Atlas.
No.
I had that exact Atlas, I think, last year for like a week. They sent it to me, but then they had to go off to another media. So I didn't have it very long either, and you didn't even really get to see it. So you were like, I mean, you hadn't had any experience. This was truly a new watch for you, which is kind of scary, but I mean, like, you can't go wrong with Manta. Like, you just can't
that's the thing,
go wrong.
It is scary in that way, especially because it's a brand that, I mean, fortunately, you and I have had, I mean, you definitely, but we have both have quite a bit of experience with Manta.
Yeah.
But so, it's a brand that I have that faith in and that trust in, that like they could probably make anything and I would purchase it, without actually seeing it first or like having it first, because I do really support everything that they do. They haven't done anything, crazy off or anything like that. So I know that whatever I get is going to be phenomenal. The quality, the finishing, everything's phenomenal. And can we, for a moment, talk about this micro adjustment clasp? Thank you so much. Like,
so nice.
Oh, man. It is everything for these hot summer days. So, yeah. Everything about
it's the best.
Is great.
And it's like, when a brand like Manta can do a bracelet and a clasp like that, it really makes me think about some of the bigger guys.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm sitting here, I have my Tudor Black Bay, my Harrods. I love that watch to death. But you know what? I really wish it had a micro adjust clasp, and I wish the bracelet was a little bit more comfortable and it was a little thinner and it tapered, and it doesn't take away from the watch. The watch is still awesome in its own right, but maybe 8 times out of 10, I'm going to reach for the Manta on these like super hot summer days because I know I have that flexibility when I'm wearing it. And actually, speaking of, I need to like add another link because I still think it's too tight. Like, man, my wrists get so big.
I know. In the summer,
it's ridiculous.
So bad. Oh, man.
No, that's awesome. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the club.
Thank you for peer pressuring me into getting it.
I did.
Thank you to my friend Philly Watch Collector for selling it and for hooking me up.
He gave you a deal on that thing.
I know.
Like, such a deal.
But the problem was he gave me that deal and then texted you about it right after to make sure that you peer pressured me into buying it. So
Of course.
Which worked. So.
It did work. His tactic worked.
Y'all don't team up with Kat, man. Like,
I'm the worst.
You are the worst. Okay, so Kat, what is on your wrist today?
I'm actually wearing a watch sent in by a friend who is trying to basically make me buy this watch.
You're buying
and
this
I probably
watch.
am. I'm buying this watch. There's no other getting around it. But it's the Seiko Arnie. It's the new one, the SNJ029, which is like the tan version.
Yes.
I have been skeptical about the Arnie. I think I've even said on this podcast that I didn't like this watch way back when we first started. My tastes have certainly changed. I don't know if it's the difference in, like, there's like a bunch of subtle differences. The indices, the hour indices are square. They're not round like they were before. There's an added color. There's like the screw down pushers. Once you unscrew them, like the orange pops out. It's
cool.
It's a really cool watch. It's actually like not that thick too. I thought it was gonna be way thicker. I think it looks okay on my wrist. I'm gonna take some pictures and post them in the next few days, so y'all tell me. But like, my husband gave me the okay. Like, I know that I can go to him for like honest, opinion. Is this watch just?
He
is
gave
it too
you the
big for
okay
me?
of too big, not the okay of buying it.
No, he didn't give me the okay to buy it, but he said it was like not too big.
Okay.
Which is basically like giving me the okay to buy it.
Oh no! Does Jonathan know that's what you consider the okay to buy?
No.
Okay, we won't tell him.
No, he doesn't.
We've been trying to justify how Kat could explain to her husband that she needs this watch.
I know, but like it is the perfect mountain bike watch, I think. And I love to go mountain biking. I like taking my G-Shock, but I always I want to have like, and I hate saying like a real watch, but this kind of makes you feel like you've got that real, it's still a quartz watch, but you have that analog display, you have the digital display on there. I can look at the time and I can look at the elapsed time as I'm like timing my laps and stuff.
You do you.
I'm trying to justify. I know.
Don't even try and sell us. You get that watch. It's fine.
So this is on my wrist. It's extremely comfortable. You know, these Seiko rubber straps are just insane.
The best.
It is like really, really long. Like it's even longer than my turtle.
I don't know. They're
like,
insane.
man,
you have to cut them down.
They made this for Arnold. They really did. Like nobody got Arnold's wrist here. Okay, settle down, Seiko. Give me another size option, please, because I do like it and I don't want to cut it. Like,
well, because it has like the Seiko like design at the end of it, right?
Yeah,
and I hate the idea of cutting that off. But yeah, I wonder if they do sell any. If you could order a shorter strap, probably not.
Yeah, probably
it would be nice.
I know Uncle Seiko does some cool straps. I might try to find something from him, but I like these cool colors. Like that's what makes this watch.
Well, because the
like
color matches the case perfectly. That would be the hard part is
really
trying to find like the exact same shade of tan and that texture, because it has like this kind of pebbly texture to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
come on, Seiko, you can do it. All right. Well, so jumping into our episode today, let's start off with some cool stuff. Let's talk about what's inside our bags that we carry every day. And I'll let you guys know when it gets to me, I'm going to cheat a little bit because I haven't been to work in a while. But if I was going to work, this is what I would carry.
That is amazing. I forget that, like, when we talked about doing the EDC episode, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that you haven't been to work in a while. To be fair, I mean, it's only a matter of time before I'm not at work anymore, but
yeah, very true. So full transparency, I'm just going to say it. So for those that don't know, I quit my job and I'm running the podcast full time and pursuing a couple other things on the side, but I'm not working as a PTA right now. Honestly, the jobs as a physical therapist assistant are kind of scarce anyway. There's, a lot going on with the COVID stuff, but I'm happy and I'm loving being at home. Honestly, like it doesn't suck totally. I do miss carrying a bag around. Like that was kind of cool. Like having a bag and like having stuff in it.
We can go
because like at the end of the day.
And you can bring your bag.
I did like doing our video trip because then I had that backpack and I had all my stuff in it, all my camera stuff. It was fun. Yeah, we need to do more trips. If it wasn't hot as hell outside, we would be.
So hot. It's not even that it's hot. It's so humid. Like, I don't know what's going on. This is the most humid summer I've ever experienced in my life. Like,
yeah. Well, we literally, so the day we filmed, that had been like the nicest day in so long. Like, we lucked out completely that day.
If we do any more summer watch videos, by the way, we're going to have to do them during winter time.
We're gonna do
and I
inside.
will just be outside, like in a tank top or something to make it look like it's summer, but it's like
we won't be
20
tan.
degrees outside.
We won't.
I'm not tan now. What are you talking about? All the pools are closed. I had to cancel the beach trip, so
yeah.
All right,
we'll be spray tanning it.
Spray tan live.
All right, so
for real, we're gonna talk about everyday carries, y'all.
For real this time. For real, y'all. Let's start with you. So where do you want to start? With your bag?
Yeah, I guess let's just start with the bag and then kind of what all goes in it. First, this episode is not actually sponsored by Peak Design, but if Peak Design would like to sponsor future episodes of the podcast, please let us know.
Yeah.
I think you turned me on to Peak Design, and I've literally we've joked about all the bags.
You bought their whole catalog.
But I think I have one of almost every of their bags. I
think you do.
It's so bad.
Or you may, some of the big ones you don't have, because they have like some
the
big.
Tote, and I don't have any of their duffel bags, but I have everything else.
Yeah.
Which is a problem. Sure. I have at least one size of everything else.
That's not a problem. It's not a problem.
Tell my bank account that. Lord, I have like a watch and bags lying around my house. That's how I equivocate everything. I'm just like, oh, that's a watch. So that's where I'm at. All right. So my bag, my everyday bag that I
Uh-huh.
take to work, everything else. So I have the Peak Design Everyday Messenger. And
Yeah.
I am obsessed with this bag. Now, I do also have their everyday backpack for like when we're
Mhm.
out and about and stuff like that. But like if I'm going to work,
Yeah.
stuff like that, the Everyday Messenger is life. It fits way too much apparently, because as we were doing this and I was making a list, I'm like, dang, I carry around
Yeah.
way too much crap.
What color bag do you have?
All of my bags are gray. Of course.
Of
All
course
of
they're
them.
gray.
Yeah, all of my bags are gray. So I have the version 1. I think that they're now on their 2nd generation, but that
Mhm.
means if you're interested in taking a look, that the 1st generation are on clearance, and I think all of them
Yeah.
are like 30% off on their website.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it right now. So they're 105 on their website. On
Oh,
sale.
wow.
So yeah, they're absolutely or no, wait, that was a slang. I lied, y'all. Don't listen to me. Don't listen. Crap. This is what I get for trying to navigate their website while I'm recording a podcast. They're 139, so that's not bad either.
No,
But yeah,
it's not
it
bad.
carries absolutely everything that I need. I am obsessed with this bag. So
Yeah.
inside this bag. All right. On the inside, I always have sunglasses with me because like sunglasses are life. Always have them.
Have to.
Yeah, except for today when it was super sunny outside and I left my sunglasses at home and I was miserable the whole time. So I am a big fan of Ray-Ban and I love aviators. Like I have a long face, so aviators are just life.
Yeah.
I just
Same.
got these were the sunglasses I think I complained on the podcast with Cole about that I was waiting on forever. But they have
Yeah.
the blue they have blue gradient polarized lenses. So like they go from like
Yeah.
a pink to blue and they're so pretty. I
They are really
absolutely
pretty.
love them. It's probably my favorite pair of sunglasses that I've ever purchased because I'm just obsessed with the lenses. I always so I like to write things down. I'm very old school in that way. Like I have like all my notes on my computer and in my phone and everything else, but I really like writing things
Yeah.
down. So I keep a notebook with me at all times. I do have like a small field notebook, but then I keep like a regular size notebook that I can write down like show notes and like, just different ideas for the pod. It's basically my podcast notebook. It's where I
Yeah.
kind of write everything. I have a planner. Moleskine does the most amazing weekly planner and I'm obsessed with it.
Really?
Yes.
So they have it like already marked off and everything?
Yeah. So it breaks it down by week. And then so your week is on the left hand side, so Monday through Sunday, and then on the right hand side is just a blank page, so you can make all your little side notes and all of that sort of stuff. I use it for the podcast. If Kat has seen my Google Calendar, it's full, y'all. There's a lot going on. So, and I hate to put like every little thing because we share a podcast calendar. I hate to put every little itty bitty thing on the podcast calendar. So I use my planner.
I appreciate
it. I appreciate it because if one more thing is added to my calendar, I'm going to lose my mind. So I really enjoy being able to just like have everything to the side and make my notes and things like that and just have different ideas written there. So I do always have my planner.
Yeah, and you write like you said you carry a notebook, and I know that even besides podcast stuff, you just do a lot of writing in general.
Right.
You do a lot of journaling too, and I don't have time.
Yeah, I probably have too many notebooks realistically because I've got
I became that way.
everything.
Yeah, I became that way for a while, and I slowed my roll a little bit because I was definitely like a notebook whore. And same with like tumblers, like coffee tumblers. Oh my gosh, for a while I would just like buy the coolest ones that I would find, and then I had a lot of tumblers lying around the house. So. And then some would get ruined. But anyway, more of the story, I slowed down. Or AKA my husband made me stop buying so many.
That's exactly what it comes down to. I really like to write things down. I don't know. And I feel like I remember it better if I write things down. Like I tell people that at work all the time. They want to tell me something and I'm just like, no, write it down. Give it to me. Like if you just tell me, I'm going to forget it. I have to write things down to remember. So with that, since I do like to write things down all the time, I have a little pencil pouch, and I can never find everything I have is very neutral. It's very gray, like, and bland, whatever. I like it that way because it matches everything. But some things I just want to be a little extra about, you know? So I couldn't find an appropriately extra pencil pouch. They were either like too childish or just too adult. So I was at Target one day and I found like this little makeup bag that was like $5, and it's leopard print and it's kind of fabulous. It's small. Ooh. So I have pencils and highlighters. I really like pencils too over pens because I make a lot of mistakes. I do have pens. I haven't quite gotten into like expensive fountain pens. Thank God. No. Because I spend enough money on watches. I don't need something else expensive to get addicted to. And I I find myself comparing the way cheap pens, right? So I know that that's going to be a slippery, expensive slope. So highlighters, sticky notes, stuff like that, like I keep in there. I keep my laptop in there, obviously. It has plenty of room. I always have,
because that bag has like a laptop. It has a laptop sleeve in it, correct?
Yeah, in the back. Like, it's not even in the bag. It's on the back side of the bag. So I usually keep my laptop in. I mean, there's usually a magazine or something or other in there too. A lot of times, like Watch Time or something like that. The front of it has like a little zipper pouch too. There's just a billion compartments, which I like. But the front has a little zipper pouch. And I do always have a spring bar in there anyways, or a spring bar tool, excuse me. And then there's usually some form of watch strap or something or other just kind of thrown in there. I get watch straps from you sometimes that I throw in there, and then they're there for like 4 weeks. Sometimes I'll want to change I know that I want to change my strap out, but I'm running late to work, so I'll throw a strap in there and I'll change it. So there's usually watch straps in there. There's probably a watch in there too, and this makes me sound terrible, but we
exchange watches a lot too.
Yes, and like I have come from your house and like had a watch just in a pouch and stuck it in there, and then 2 weeks later I just find it. So
we need like an official like 10 and 2 pouch that we can like, because we pass these watches off to each other, and we keep the official boxes and stuff here because we don't want to like lug that around.
Yeah, but
we need like an official like 10 and 2 watch pouch. Anybody want to make us one?
I'm down anyways. Yes, like whoever wants to make us some watch pouches, I'm totally down. Yeah. Oh, with our logo stamped on there. Oh,
I know.
Stamps, like
how
heat
awesome.
Stamp. Like, I hate to. I don't want to use this example, but I can't think of anything else. Like what they would do like cattle with and stuff like that. You know what I mean? What is that?
I don't know. It's like a cattle stamp. I don't know. What do you call it?
A cattle stamp.
Clearly, we're not country enough.
No. Or we're too country that there's probably a regular.
Oh my gosh. The name is like on the tip of my tongue too.
Branding. It's a brand, right? A brand. All right. Yeah.
Clearly, we are not thinking straight. Oh my gosh!
Wow, man! All right, so branded, like heat branded, though, like that would be cool.
Yeah,
like some sort of suede. Oh man, all the ideas. All right, so
and then we could like easily identify, like you see that pouch, you know, oh, that's a watch. Like that's a watch we got in. Like I need to pay attention to that. Like
or
it stands out.
Just another watch because I would want to use that all the time. It would never actually get used for its designated purpose. It would just get used so I can have watches in it. And now a word from today's sponsor and one of the world's leading watch destinations, eBay. Whether you're new to the hobby or an experienced collector, eBay has provided a trusted and unique marketplace that makes finding that perfect piece easier now more than ever with their incredible selection of new, vintage, and pre-owned timepieces. Head over to the eBay YouTube channel and check out their new Dialed In series that we were invited to participate in. During each episode, you'll hear enthusiasts like us discussing some of the industry's most popular watches today and what to look for when buying them online. You'll also hear why we enjoy using eBay for some of our favorite watch purchases. With their amazing selection and money-back guarantee, You can be sure to find exactly what you're looking for and have peace of mind at the same time with your luxury purchase. Check out www.ebay.com/luxury watches and watch the new Dialed In series during eBay's Watch From Home Week on their YouTube channel to learn more. All right, so on top of all of that, I have a Peak Design tech pouch. So it just has all these little compartments that you can put like your techie kind of stuff in it. So in there, I'll have my AirPods, all the chargers. Like I keep an extra iPhone charger, Apple Watch charger, my laptop cable, regular headphones, headphone splitters. I have a charger for my camera battery. I have one of the Anchor power chargers. I actually have two of them because clearly I'm very paranoid about my cell phone running out of battery. Like if I text you and I'm like, my phone's about to die, then I am not prepared, or I'm lying, because I do usually have one or two of these things sitting around.
You have to.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I keep my thumb drives, like memory cards, like any sort of like little techie stuff. And it's nice because like I don't have all that stuff just sitting around my house. Like it's just all kind of in one bag. If I need it, I just toss that bag in my my messenger bag. If not, it's all good. I also have a Peak Design field pouch. This is actually kind of, and you've seen this. This is what I use basically as my purse. Like most days, this is my clutch because I could just grab it and go. That's where I'll keep my phone. And because we live in the end of the world days, I keep hand sanitizer and my mask in there. So I keep tissues, obviously. I have my wallet. I need a new wallet. This is where I'm at. I have this really cute, I love my wallet, but I love your wallet way more, and I don't want to buy your exact wallet. So I try to find other versions of your wallet that are not done by, isn't it Duluth? Your wallet's Duluth?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm literally like scroll through Etsy and stuff like that, finding like random things because I love it, but I don't want to
find a gray version.
So Duluth sells a gray version, but I feel like it's a little extra to buy the exact same one.
Yeah.
But
we do have a lot of the same stuff.
We have too much of the same stuff. But I have this really cute, girly, like rose gold glitter Kate Spade wallet that I just love.
Yeah.
I have a Swiss.
Well, that's a good size because it fits inside of the field pouch too.
Yeah. Well, and it's like a regular.
Because if you got what I have, like you wouldn't be able to fit that in there.
No, that is true. Maybe I should just keep mine. Or maybe you're trying to keep me from getting something like yours.
Maybe so. Maybe I am.
Scandalous.
Reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology. I have the Manta Swiss Army knife. I keep that in there. I'm also not really I know a lot of people do knives. I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know why I need a knife most of the time. I have the Swiss Army knife because I use some of those features, but that's it. Always have gum. Always have chapstick. That's in the field pouch. And then on top of that, I'll usually have my camera, my Fuji X-T1. Sometimes I'll bring my 18 to 55 millimeter lens. Otherwise, I'll just keep the 35
By the way,
millimeter.
how are you liking the new lens? Because I hadn't really talked to you about it since you got it.
I don't know how I feel about it yet.
What? Why? Are you using it?
I had to get used to it. I was using it, and then I switched back over to the 35 millimeter because I'm so good. I won't say I'm so good. I'm so used to the 35 millimeter. Good. So now I need to quit being lazy and put that other lens back on. I wish I had gotten that lens at the beginning of quarantine. This is where I waited till the end. I was just being cheap about it. Didn't want to do it. And I should have gotten it at the beginning when I had all of this time to really mess around with it.
I mean, it is a little different than the prime lenses because, as you increase your zoom, your aperture numbers are going to change. So it's not going to be exactly the same numbers that you're used to, but you do have quite a bit of range with that camera. You could set your tripod up far away and then you wouldn't get any glare. You wouldn't get a reflection of the camera because it's a little bit further away from you. I like having, I have the kit lens for mine. And mine is super small and thin, and that's why I like to keep it. But a lot of people just kind of knock those kit lenses off because they're like, oh, it's the kit lens, it's not that great. But they're super great. And especially if you're going on trips and you don't want to carry 3 lenses with you, like you have all of it in one.
Right.
And I think that's maybe when you're really going to enjoy that lens, when you go on a trip and then you have the ability to zoom in on things that you wouldn't normally have with your 35 millimeter or something. So
and that was the point of getting at. Like, I can do watch photos with only my 35 millimeter lens. But, like, I do want to be able to, like, I think I've said this on the podcast before. Maybe I didn't. But, like, I remember my parents were over for Christmas. And, like, my mom knew that I had a new camera. So she's like, oh, take a family picture in front of the tree of all of us. And so I got to, set up my 35 millimeter lens. And I could not physically get the dang thing far enough away in my living room to get a picture of us in front of the tree. And so I had to hear
you don't have that problem
from
now.
My mom, she's like, oh, why did you buy this expensive camera? Blah, blah, blah. We used a cell phone instead. And even then my iPhone was being messed up, and my parents are very anti-iPhone people. So my mom's like, oh, here, use my Android, which took like a great photo. I'm like, dang it. Like, cannot win today. I definitely need to get some practice with it and spend some time with it. So I'll probably start doing that maybe sometime next week. I'll mess around with it and play a little bit more.
That'll be fun.
But yeah, and other than that, I usually have some sort of snack like beef sticks or like some trail mix. And then I
Snacks
always
are must.
Snacks are life for sure. And then I always keep I have a Brita water bottle that I keep with me a lot of times. Most of the time I'll leave it at work though. I need to buy a second one. And it just has a filter in it, just that way I can use tap water anywhere and then it's filtered. Yeah. It's really convenient. Nice. I drink a lot of water, so it's definitely much more convenient for me than like lugging around a gallon jug. I see people do that and I'm just like,
I know. Man, it annoys me. I'm like, just fill up your water bottle.
Out, so.
Well, and I, to be honest, like I used to be that person. I had a 1 gallon like jug that I would drink out of every day, and it's just annoying. I had to carry that thing all the time, and I was like, it takes 2 seconds for me to fill this up, like in the water fountain.
But the problem is
literally,
like you don't always have a water fountain available, or and drinking unfiltered tap water is not really like anybody's first choice. I mean, I don't mind it. I'm really not picky about water. I don't mind it, but I like the idea of having like, it has like the little filter in it, so I can just change it out whenever I need to. And it like, it's like 30 something ounces, I think, like 32 ounces, something like that. So, I mean, it's big enough to be a little bit of a pain because it doesn't fit in my car cup holder.
I know. The worst.
And then I lay it on my floorboard and it'll leak if you have it sideways.
Oh no.
Oh
gosh.
Man, like I have the WeatherTech floor liners in my car, and so in the back seat I had like one of our mic stands, the metal ones, and then that bottle was in there, and it was back there for a minute. I didn't know. So like there's like rust on the plastic WeatherTech liner.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Every man listening to this podcast is like, yep, doesn't surprise me. But, all right. So I also realized I carry around too much crap, but like it all works. The magic is all of that fits inside that peak bag perfectly.
It does. And I was actually just thinking of when we went to San Francisco last year. You had that bag with you, and girl, like you had that thing stuffed to the max.
I'm
like,
an expert packer.
You were like Mary Poppins. We were in the airport, and like you kept stuffing all these. Like you pull out this like normal size bag of chips, not a snack size, like full size chips. Like
call me out on my airport snacks.
You shared them, so I'm not calling you out. All like right. I'm glad that you got them, but I was just like, oh my gosh, she is fitting so much.
Our G-Shock boxes in there.
Mine didn't make it. I couldn't make mine. It had to be thrown away. There were sacrifices made on that trip.
Man, that trip, it was everything. And it was such...
I'm pretty sure that like I threw away a pair of socks like in the bathroom.
I had to travel in socks because I was wearing those flats and it was pouring rain and my flats were ruined. All I had were flats and heels and boots, and I didn't want to travel in heels. My flats were ruined, so I had to grab socks and walk through the airport in socks. Oh my gosh.
And they were like rainbow socks.
They were unicorn rainbow socks. Because I'm extra like that. They were like house slipper unicorns.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Oh my goodness.
All right. Kat,
Good times.
take us through your bag. What's in your
I'm going to take you through my bag.
Right.
Back in the day when I used to carry a bag. So I'm like you know me, I have several bags around my house. But my go-to bag that I carry every day to work is the Topo and Gear Patrol like collaboration they did. It's the backpack tote. So I first saw this on James Stacy's Instagram page. He had posted a picture of it, and immediately I was like, I love that bag. And so it was a pretty new offering. I think it was a limited edition. Back in December, we talked about this on an episode.
Right. We talked about it on our holiday gift guide, I think.
Yeah. And they gave our listeners a discount code to use. I don't know if anyone ever used a discount code. I hope someone did because it's a really cool bag.
Yeah.
But it's the size of a tote bag, but it's not a girly tote bag. Like it's a very like tactical bag. It's made of this like super strong heavy duty Cordura. But it's not 100% waterproof, but I will say I have been drenched in the rain. I have to walk like a mile from the hospital to my car, and everything stayed completely dry inside. Like, I don't think the zippers are waterproof, but anyway, like nothing got inside.
Yeah.
It's just a really awesome bag. I love that it has the ability to be used as a tote, but you can also use it as a backpack. So when we were on our trip, I use it as a backpack a lot if you're doing a lot of walking around. But like in and out of my building, in and out of work, I would just use it as a tote bag. Just super simple and easy. And my laptop can easily slide inside of it as well. And it has this bright red. So the bag is like black and gray. They use like almost a sailcloth material on the inside that's bright red. I love the pop of color from it.
Oh, for sure.
Again, it's a small enough bag that I can't pack a lot of crap in it, which is good because it keeps me at like my minimum. Like, what do I actually
talking
need?
about it for 30 minutes of everything that you can fit inside your bag.
Exactly. But it's the perfect size. I mean, you can fill it up and like these are my essential stuff. So I'll go down my list of stuff I put inside. Like you, I use Rayman sunglasses. I've used them for years. They're my favorite. I have mine. They're all prescription made. So I basically buy the Ray-Ban glasses and then through another maker online, they're able to swap those lenses out for my prescription ones because I am a glasses wearer. I wear contacts every once in a while, but I just prefer to wear glasses. So the ones I usually have are the new Wayfarer, and it's the color mix, but mine's the black one. So they're black, but they have that like clear coat on the inside. It's a little bit of like a fancy way of doing the Wayfarer glasses. I have those, and then I didn't write down, but I also have some of the outdoorsman glasses, which are the aviator style, like super 80s, well, probably even before 80s. They're like 60s, 70s. And there was a movie that I became obsessed with these glasses, and for the life of me, I cannot think about what movie it is. There's some dude in a movie. I don't know. I want
really narrowing it down, Kat.
I want to say like it was either Brad Pitt or like Robert Redford or something. I saw them in a movie with these glasses, and gosh, I can't think of what it was, but I just became obsessed with them and immediately like went and bought them, of course, because that's what you do. Like, so going down my list, I also have the Peak Design, the Tech Pouch, and this pouch is just amazing. I've had it for a while now. It's like an accordion. So you open the pouch up. It's an accordion style. There's a slot for everything. They have a little zipper for your SD cards. All of my headphones can be organized in it. And I also like this pouch because back in the day when I was working, and occasionally we might have had to like record in the car. Definitely don't have to do that anymore. That's a good thing. But
well, you don't. I might still be in my car at some point.
Still. This is why we're recording at 10 o'clock at night, so you don't have to record in your car.
I know. I don't know which is better, the ambience of my car or how tired I am by 10 o'clock at night. I don't know what sounds better.
I think you probably sound better at home just audio wise, but it's a pain in the butt to bring everything because like you have to get everything set up, then you have to hold them. It's a whole thing.
It really is a whole thing.
But
also, speaking of audio quality, I was threatened to like an inch of my life by you if I brought my bag. You told me to make notes. You said that if you hear me going through my bag during this podcast and messing up the audio, you were gonna be like hella mad. You may have threatened violence.
So you sent me a picture earlier of all your stuff in your bag, and I was like, you better not be pulling stuff out of your bag on the show, because I could just hear it now, that Peak Design Velcro opening up on the episode.
Wait, what was that sound?
I don't know. I can't do Velcro. I don't know.
That was amazing, though. Please keep that in.
Insert Velcro sound right there.
Insert Velcro sound.
Oh, yeah. So I may have threatened you just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's all out of love. It's all out of love.
It's fine. All right. So the pouch.
So yeah.
The tech pouch.
Anyway, going back to the pouch, I can fit a mic. I can fit my XLR cable. I can fit my recorder, batteries, all that stuff, and zip it up. Now, that's like the only thing in there. So I have to empty out all my other crap. But I could just like put it all in there. It's really protected. It's waterproof. I could stick that in my bag and know everything was kind of safe. So if you are someone that does some audio stuff on the go, this is like a great bag just to have to stick in your bigger bag. I've seen people use it. My brother actually has one, I think, and he uses it for his drone. So he has a small drone, the remotes, the batteries, he'll put all in there. Cool. You could even put a small camera in here if like you had a small enough camera. I think ours are too big, but if you had like a little point and shoot camera, you could probably put that in here too.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's just super useful. And I didn't put it on here. I also have that little field pouch you have, but I use mine for my makeup bag. Like when we go, or if I'm going out of town or something, I'll put my makeup bag. I'll put like some of my toiletries in there, my toothbrush, lotion, hair cream, all that kind of stuff in that little bag. And you can actually, like, it looks small, but you can pack that thing like, it's almost like a roll-up bag. Yeah. So much that goes in there. Again, this episode is not sponsored by Peak. We just bought like a ton of Peak stuff.
We clearly have a problem.
We have a big problem.
I need Peak to quit sending us emails too, by the way.
I know. Yeah, it was like during stay at home, they had this big sale. I bought like the camera strap. You bought a couple of straps too.
I bought both versions of their camera straps.
You bought both?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the sling one and I have the wristlet, and I love them.
Nice.
Also, which one of us is going to break down first and buy their tripod?
I know. It's like the coolest tripod ever too.
It's so expensive.
I know. I'm waiting on mine to like get kind of like crusty so I can like justify getting a new one. But mine is totally fine right now. I don't need another tripod.
Dear Peak Design, like, you don't even have to sponsor a whole episode. You could just send us a tripod.
We'll test it. We'll test it out.
We'll be more than happy to test it out. Send us two. Don't be weird. Send us two. Like, don't be two of everything.
Don't be skimpy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's two of us. We're 10 and 2. Okay.
All right.
So some of the other things that I have in there, I don't carry a notebook like you, but I do carry the little field notes around with me.
Right.
So that's my daily calendar. It's basically a to-do list that I list every single day of the week down. I put all of our Instagram posts. I lay it out on there as well.
Y'all, she's not playing. Like, this woman in her like podcast full-time life, she schedules out our Instagram posts, which is amazing, so that we know what days we're posting what, and then if stuff just pops up, it's great, and if not, we have content every day.
You have a plan. There is a game plan.
Man, she's amazing.
Thank you. But I actually use a combination of like my phone. So if there's something that's scheduled, meaning there's a time attached to it, it goes in my phone reminders. It goes on the calendar in my phone because I need to be reminded like, oh, you've got to do something at this time. If it's just like my to-do list, like these are the things I need to get done today, then that's something I'll just kind of write down. But I'm such a field notes person. They're small enough to fit in your back pocket. They fit in anything. They fit in my wristlet that I take everywhere, fits in any bag. I like the graph paper personally because I just like the graph lines, but Yeah, they're the best. And they're made in the USA too, which is awesome. So going down, I also have the Monta Swiss Army knife that I keep in my bag. But I have Swiss Army knives in like every bag that I have because I always find myself like wanting to open a package in the car after I picked it up. So I need to open that package ASAP. And
that's
I don't
what your nails are for, and why I have to get my nails done. That's why I have to go get them done all the time. These acrylics wear down so quick, scratching up packages.
I bite my nails. I know. I have such bad nails. Yeah, I carry my iPhone obviously everywhere like everyone else does in the world. I do have an OtterBox case on it. I used a Symmetry case. I have dropped my phone so many times, and this case is held up incredibly well. So I'm not like, I don't buy into the whole like OtterBox or like, what's the other one? Life Proof or something.
See, I have Life Proof because I'm upset. Oh no, girl. Like, now my case is jacked up and they have a lifetime warranty, so I need to just request a new case. But like I've been through so many phones. Like, it's bad. So I'm required to keep a case on it at all times. You should see how I handle my phone when we're doing like an Instagram live and I have to take it out of the case because my phone gets too hot.
Talk about the scariest moment.
My phone, like, I know your phone is naked and it's exposed, and I hold it like with two hands. I don't carry my camera with two hands.
No.
Like, I carry my laptop like in my thumb and forefinger, like, but my phone I carry like a newborn child.
Why does
delicately.
Apple do this to us? Why do they make, like, they're just making them more and more breakable? Like, the iPhone used to be like metal, aluminum, and now it's like full glass. Like, why do I need a glass phone?
This is my first iPhone. I was team Android before all this. So this is my very first iPhone.
Oh, snap.
So I never knew iPhones to be durable. I just knew this.
Wow.
Yeah, see? So when I ask you random... Kat's my tech person. So when I ask you random questions about the phone, it's really because I've only had an iPhone for like a year and a half. So like, if there's a secret,
I did not know that. I did not know that.
I was team Android all the way until I got this phone.
Wow. Well, welcome to the good side.
So don't judge me too harshly when I text you in the middle of the day asking you how to save a video.
Honestly, like Google Drive, like Google Drive. If you're listening, I know you're not, but like you need to update your app on the iPhone.
If they are listening? Yes, they do need to update the app. All right.
Okay, almost done. I promise. So my wallet that you mentioned earlier, it's the Duluth Women's Lifetime Leather Wristlet. Guys, if you have your ladies, your girlfriends, your wives, your sister, this wallet, it's amazing. It's like all leather. It's got like little slots for your cards. There's a zipper for change. I'm just in love with it. And like your pouch that you use, you can fit little hand sanitizer. I put my mask in there too. It's really thin. My keys go in there, my phone. I just love it. I like having wallet stuff. If I didn't have wallets, I like having leather stuff. Golly. I like having
my wallet with me too.
I know. I love leather. I also like wax canvas. So if I hadn't gone for the leather, I probably would have gotten something that's wax canvas because I do like that a lot. But I wanted something a little bit more durable and that wouldn't stain, because I put this down on like tables when I go to restaurants, and like you sit down at a table, there's crap, there's food there that's been there for a bit. So I wanted something that I could easily like clean, and it's holding up really well. It's starting to age a little bit too, and it's looking really nice. So yeah, I think that's everything that's like my day-to-day stuff. I think we could probably go on if we did like what we pack for trips, but we would probably bore you guys to death. Pretty much it's all this plus all the camera crap along with that, and a couple of jackets and stuff too. But yeah, I hope that everyone enjoyed this. It's fun for us to kind of go through this list. It makes me kind of sad that I don't get to carry this stuff anymore. But I do use like my Peak pouch. I have it in the office with me. I use it every day. I forgot something.
What?
Wait, where is it?
What?
I think I stuffed it in my bag. Okay, so I just bought this the other day. I'll have to show you when you come over on Friday. It's like a little mini Pelican case. Like, it's itty bitty. And I put all my SD cards in there because my SD cards were in my Peak bag, but like it was getting like really dusty, and like there was a bunch of lint in the bag.
And dust,
so I don't want that stuff to get on my SD cards for my camera. So I looked for a little case that I could put them in, and it's waterproof, and it's like itty bitty, and it's so cute.
I freaking love you and the way you say itty bitty. I just like you are my Southern sister. I love it. And I love that you literally just said it's itty bitty and cute. Man. All right. This was so much fun.
This was a lot of fun.
I don't remember the last time I've laughed so much in one of our podcasts or smiled. Like my face hurts from smiling so much right now. So, which could be a testament to how little I smile regularly.
Wait till our 1 year anniversary episode's coming up. I think it's going to be so much fun. Yeah, I can't wait for that one. I think there's going to be a lot of laughs.
I can't wait. Super excited. But yeah, so that will wrap up our show for today. We will have links to everything that we just talked about on our website, which is www.tennand2.com. Definitely be sure to check that out. You can also make sure I'll have the links and some information for our eBay video that we did. Be sure to check it out. It's actually on the eBay YouTube channel for their Dialed In series, so you can see it. The link on our website. The link is also probably still going to be on our Instagram by then as well.
Probably.
We'll see. I think so. Yeah. Speaking of Instagram, be sure that you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Tenn and 2 Media. Follow us over on YouTube. We swear this video is coming, but we couldn't do it this week because of all the eBay stuff. So it really is coming, but we've had to move our schedule around. On YouTube, we're just Tenn and 2. And, oh yeah, leave us some feedback on iTunes or wherever you're listening from. If you can leave feedback, like we've gotten a couple of reviews that have been really great, because we've also we've had some people leave reviews on things that they don't necessarily like as much. And it's just nice to see kind of like what works, what doesn't work. It's really important to us. We want to make the show as enjoyable as possible for everybody. So leave us feedback, leave us stars, 5 stars only, please.
No, but like you said, I think the person that left feedback, it was constructive criticism.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because if you just go on there and you're like, your podcast sucks, or you're annoying, like, we don't know how to be better. But if you tell us stuff that, like, I don't really like this part of the podcast, then that lets us know of something maybe we can change, or maybe we can make a little bit better. So if there is something that it's not your favorite part of the show, we of course love feedback. So don't be bashful, don't be shy.
Yeah, you can send us a DM. You can send us an email to info@tennand2.com.
Absolutely.
We check all of our emails. We check all of our DMs. We respond to everything. Mm-hmm. So just reach out to us. We're always very curious. We've been doing this for a year now. We just kind of want to see how everybody thinks we're doing and what everybody likes and dislikes. So, and share the podcast with your friends, and your family, and anybody you talk about watches with, and probably everybody else too, because we all had to deal with it. So everybody talks about watches to people who don't even care. So you might as well talk about watch podcasts with those people too.
And what's funny is today I shared our YouTube video with some of my friends and family, and I don't normally talk about watch stuff with them, but I was really proud of it. And I had several people, they're like, oh, this is like a really cool watch, and they have never some of them haven't even seen like what a Rolex Submariner looks like. And my brother actually texted me. He's like, oh, these are actually really cool. I'm like, dude, don't even go down that road, because let me tell you right now, like, it's going to be
That's
super.
That's a bad road to start with.
It's a bad road to go down.
Don't start that road. Maybe we start on a different road.
Yeah.
That eventually has a cross section to the Submariner and Rolex.
Yeah. It's such a deep dive. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's so true. There's so many options out there. There's so many variants available. But it makes it really fun to find the exact one that you're after too.
Yeah. All the watches. Best of luck convincing Jonathan that you need the Seiko Arnie.
I know.
And I think that wraps us up for today.
All right. Well, we will talk to you next week.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.